Something powerful was released when Archangel Michael looked toward you last night. Your protection has begun, but there's more you must know. Open it quickly. Last night, the veil thinned, and the heavens stirred with movement. You may not have seen it with your physical eyes, but something in your spirit shifted. You felt the pressure in your chest. You sensed the tingling across your skin. You knew, deep down, that something holy passed over you. Because when Archangel Michael looked in your direction, the heavens recorded it. A signature of divine protection was etched into your spiritual atmosphere. You were marked. You were shielded. You were surrounded. But what was released wasn't just protection, it was activation. Something dormant in your spirit cracked open. A divine seal that had been locked for years was finally broken. Michael's gaze is never accidental. His attention is reserved for those whose assignments are urgent, whose path is narrowing, whose time is now. You are not here by mistake. You were seen. You were selected. You were singled out in the middle of the night for reasons you are only just beginning to understand. You've been walking with questions. You've been moving through the days with quiet weight. You wondered if heaven had forgotten you. But last night was the answer to the cry you whispered in silence. Last night, heaven said, now. There is an urgency to what is unfolding around you. This is not a casual shift. This is not simply emotional turbulence. It is a divine unlocking. And with every unlocking, there is also exposure. Exposure of hearts. Exposure of motives. Exposure of threats that were cloaked in kindness. You're beginning to see clearly, aren't you? You're feeling the discomfort of outgrowing what once comforted you. That's because your spiritual DNA has begun mutating into who you were always meant to be. But the change is not finished. There is still more to understand. Still more to protect. Still more that must be unveiled. Now, not later. So hear this. Archangel Michael looked at you because he was instructed to. And the moment his gaze met your destiny, the chains around your elevation snapped. But elevation requires awareness. And what you must now see, what you must now know, holds the power to alter everything. You must open this message with urgency. Because protection has begun, but clarity must follow. And you don't have long to understand the full picture. Time is collapsing, and destiny is rising. Prepare yourself. Now we begin. Archangel Michael says, be alert. A new charge has entered your atmosphere, and you must not delay your response. Last night was not ordinary. The stars aligned in silence, and the wind carried a sacred signal from the highest realms. When Michael turned his eyes toward you, it was not just an observation. It was an act of divine initiation. You beloved have been seen. Not just seen, summoned. Not just acknowledged, activated. Heaven has moved on your behalf, and that movement has a purpose deeper than you realize. The realm of light has pivoted in your direction, and with it comes not only protection, but accountability. You are now walking with a spiritual spotlight on your destiny. It will illuminate everything around you, and it will expose what must no longer remain hidden. Something powerful was released. Yes, but something urgent was also commanded. You may feel it already. The way your thoughts have sharpened, the way your sleep has stirred, the way you're being pulled inward and upward at once. That's not anxiety. That's alignment. That's not confusion. That's confirmation. The angelic realm has moved, and when Archangel Michael steps forward, he does not come alone. He comes with legions behind him. You have been assigned angelic guards. Your wings stretch wide around your energy. Their swords have already struck the cords that once bound you. Their shields have absorbed what was meant to strike your mind. But this is not the end. This is the beginning. The presence of Michael is never decorative. He is not ornamental. He is warfare. He is fire. He is the defender of divine appointments and the destroyer of spiritual interference. If he looked toward you, then heaven knows your time is short. If he looked toward you, then destiny must unfold in accelerated fashion. If he looked toward you, it is because something, or someone, was planning a delay, a detour, a destruction. But now that gaze has shifted the path, and now everything must change. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are exactly where prophecy placed you, right on time for the unraveling of the lie and the releasing of the truth. Listen. You are no longer hidden. You are no longer overlooked. Michael's gaze has marked you, and all of heaven now watches to see what you will do next. The enemy has seen the glow on your shoulders. He has heard the thunder that followed Michael's turn, and he is trembling, because your name is echoing in realms above realms. And with every echo comes a surge of light, a crack in the darkness, a burning away of every false word spoken against you. The energy around you is no longer neutral. It is charged, electrified, alert. That's why you must pay attention. That's why you must not return to ordinary thoughts, ordinary conversations, or ordinary behaviors. You have crossed into extraordinary territory, and that requires extraordinary awareness. This is your moment of divine awareness. Heaven is watching. The angels are positioned. Archangel Michael is standing, his sword in the earth, declaring that you are no longer vulnerable, no longer exposed, no longer wandering. Your steps are being ordered. Your breath is being measured. Your future is being rewritten as you listen. You must walk forward now, but you must also stay alert. The look Michael gave you was not simply protection. It was prophecy. And prophecy must be received, not just heard. The next 24 hours carry sacred weight. You will feel things you can't explain. You will hear things in silence that speak louder than words. Do not dismiss it. Do not second-guess it. Do not run from it. You are being summoned by divine authority. And when Archangel Michael moves, the earth bends. Move with him. Respond. Stay sensitive. Stay surrendered. For your protection has begun, but your revelation is just starting. Type "I receive divine direction" in the comments if you feel the shift. Lesson code 777 had been activated in your life. Something mysterious began to stir when Archangel Michael looked in your direction. Something sacred, yes, but something unsettling too. Not all who are near you are truly for you. Not every smile is honest. Not every compliment is clean. As Michael's eyes met yours from the realm of divine authority, a shaking began in the spirit. The kind of shaking that doesn't just clear your path, it reveals what's been hiding behind your peace. A quiet storm has been building behind your back, in rooms where your name has been whispered, in conversations soaked in jealousy and misunderstanding. Someone is watching you. Someone is measuring your silence and mistaking it for weakness. They see the glow that's rising in your atmosphere, and it is provoking something dark inside of them. This is not paranoia. It's prophecy in motion. You felt it, haven't you? That strange pressure in your chest when you walk into a room. The awkward pauses in a conversation when you enter. A sudden coldness of someone who once cheered for you. They think they know who you are, but what they've seen is only a fraction. A sliver. A faded version of who you used to be. And that's the disruption. They're judging a ghost. They're watching a past version of you. But heaven knows the truth. You have evolved. You have ascended. And Archangel Michael did not gaze upon you for who you were. He looked at who you're becoming. And the people around you can feel the difference, even if they can't describe it. They can sense the divine heat coming off your life. And for some, that light is a revelation. But for others, it's a threat. A conversation is happening behind your back, and it's not innocent. Words are being twisted. Narratives are being bent. Your stillness is making them uneasy. Your peace is agitating their insecurity. Because you're no longer playing small to keep them comfortable. You're no longer diluting your presence to make room for their ego. You're no longer pretending not to know who you really are. And when Michael looked at you last night, heaven confirmed it. It's time to rise. But with rising comes resistance. And right now, that resistance is forming through whispers, assumptions, projections. Someone is trying to build a case around your character using pieces of truth mixed with shadows of deceit. They think they've uncovered something. They think they've seen beneath your surface. But what they've found is only a fragment, and that fragment is out of context. It's incomplete. It's misunderstood. They don't have the whole story. And yet, they are talking. They are speculating. They are drawing conclusions based on what you've outgrown. But heaven sees it all. And heaven is not confused. When Archangel Michael looked toward you, he saw beyond the noise, beyond the masks, beyond the lies. He saw the assignment. He saw the calling. He saw the war you survived silently, and he responded. This emotional disruption you're experiencing is not meant to break you. It's meant to reveal you, to awaken your discernment, to sharpen your focus, to remind you that not everyone deserves access to your sacred space. You don't owe them explanations. You don't owe them reactions. You don't need to defend what heaven has already validated. What they're seeing is a glimpse of your glow, but they don't understand the fire that forged it, and they never will. Let them talk. Let them gather. Let them misunderstand. Their confusion is a confirmation of your elevation. But be warned, the disruption may grow louder before it fades. Their discomfort may turn to action. And yet, you are not to fear. You are not to flinch. You are not to return to old patterns of people-pleasing. Archangel Michael is near. His shield is active. His sword is raised. The divine eye is upon you, and your protection has already begun. The ones who gossip will watch you rise. The ones who doubt will be silenced by your favor. The ones who tried to interpret your stillness will be stunned by your emergence. Type "I am guarded by light" in the comments if you feel the shift. Lesson code 4444 is surrounding your name. You must understand this clearly now. What you are experiencing is not personal. It is deeply spiritual. The confusion, the accusations, the silence in places where support once stood, the strange behavior of people who once called you family, friend, or ally. It is all part of something far greater. This is not about them. It never truly was. This is a battle over what you carry. This is about your mantle, your mission, your spiritual imprint. When Archangel Michael looked toward you last night, heaven's court acknowledged what has long been hidden beneath the surface. You are chosen. And when chosen one begins to awaken, the shadows take notice. You were born with light in your veins. You've always had a different frequency in your soul, and the darkness around you has never been blind to it. You've walked through seasons where the attacks seem senseless, the loss is unprovoked, the betrayals disproportionate to your behavior. But Because what was coming against you was never about what you did. It was always about who you are. It was about what you were becoming. It was about what you were born to release into this world. When light prepares to break through, darkness panics. When truth rises, lies scramble for a foothold. That's why the atmosphere around you has shifted so violently. That's why the people around you are acting strange. They don't even know why they're unsettled, but the spirit realm does. They are reacting to your assignment. They are reacting to your calling. They are reacting to the fire that has begun to stir inside you. And when Michael turned his gaze toward you, it confirmed everything the darkness feared. You are protected. You are sealed. You are no longer accessible to their attacks in the way you once were. The warfare now is desperation. They are trying to shake what they can no longer touch. They are trying to stir confusion where there is now clarity. But do not be deceived. Their resistance is not evidence of your failure. It is confirmation of your breakthrough. The conflict is spiritual. The warfare is ordained. And the outcome has already been written. You are walking with divine light. You are surrounded by angelic reinforcement. You are moving in alignment with something ancient, something pure, something undeniable. And because of that, shadows are agitated. Darkness is trembling. Principalities that once hovered unnoticed have now been confronted by the power moving through your being. This is what happens when a soul awakens. This is what unfolds when heaven signals your time. You are no longer in the valley of waiting. You are in the hour of rising. But rising comes with resistance. And you must remember, the greater the purpose, the greater the pressure. This is a test of recognition. Will you see this for what it is? Will you discern beyond the faces and the words and the tension? Will you look deeper and realize, this is not about flesh and blood. This is not about old wounds or current misunderstandings. This is about the old realm trying to hold on to you while heaven is pulling you forward. You are transitioning between dimensions. And the friction you feel is the space between who you were and who you are becoming. You cannot carry everyone with you. You cannot explain this path to those still blind to it. You are becoming something unfamiliar to them. But you are becoming something holy to heaven. Let your posture shift. Let your eyes lift. Let your heart stay rooted in truth. Do not fight with words. Do not battle in bitterness. Fight in faith. Stand in silence. Move in trust. Let the sword of Michael defend you where your voice once tried to explain. You owe no one access to your purpose. You owe no one entry into this holy unfolding. You are not here to convince. You are here to carry. And you are doing just that. Type I am chosen in the comments if this message resonates. Blessing code 888 has been loosed in your atmosphere. Now that the protection has been activated, now that Archangel Michael's gaze has unlocked what was dormant in your spirit, the resistance will shift in form. It will not always come as loud accusation. Sometimes it comes as subtle manipulation. It will not always be an enemy. Sometimes it's a familiar voice, cloaked in charm but laced with disruption. The darkness is cunning. When light shines too bright for attack, deception becomes its weapon. And you, beloved, must be ready. Because something is coming, not to destroy you but to test your response. Someone will attempt to provoke you. A message will be sent, and its purpose is not to bring peace. Its purpose is to disturb the spiritual boundary now surrounding you. You will feel it as soon as it arrives. The way the energy shifts. The way the words feel too polished, too calculated, too rehearsed. Someone has been watching you. Someone who has noticed your silence, your withdrawal, your glow. They've been studying you, wondering why your attention has shifted, wondering why your spirit feels different. They know you've changed. They can't explain it, but they feel it. And their control over you, whether emotional, psychological, or spiritual, is slipping. This upcoming communication, whether by text, phone call, email, or even through a third party, is not harmless. It is a snare, a setup, a spiritual test. They may present themselves with softness, with apology, with curiosity, but behind it is an old assignment, an expired spirit, sent to test if your discernment is truly active. This is not the time to reply quickly. This is not the time to explain yourself. Archangel Michael is watching how you navigate this moment, because this will determine the speed of your elevation. If you respond with emotion, the process may delay. If you respond with clarity and stillness, heaven will advance the timeline. What happens in the next 3 hours, in the next 3 days, it matters. These hours are sacred. They are charged. They are loaded with spiritual consequence. Remember what was released last night, divine protection. But that protection is not just for your safety. It is to ensure the decisions you make are aligned with your future, not your past. And this person, this opportunity, this situation that's about to resurface, it's connected to your past. It carries the voice of your former identity. It speaks the language of your former insecurity. It wants you to explain yourself, to lower your vibration, to dim your radiance just enough to make them comfortable again. But Archangel Michael says no. Heaven says no. Do not explain your peace. Do not justify your glow. You owe no one access to your transformation. This is not about vengeance. This is about vibration. When you outgrow a season, everything in that season will try to pull you back in. That pull can come in the form of affection. It can come wrapped in guilt. It can look like reconciliation, but it smells like regression. Stay awake. Stay alert. This is a moment where your silence will be your sword. Let your stillness speak. Let your refusal to engage be the declaration of your growth. Let your discernment be louder than your emotions. Archangel Michael has stationed angels around your name, but the enemy will still try to knock. That knock is coming. Don't open the door. Don't peek through the window. Don't rehearse a response. Stay aligned. Stay covered. Stay guarded. The spiritual realm is waiting to see how you respond. Because this is not just a test, it is a trigger. And how you handle the trigger will either catapult you into the next realm or keep you circling old cycles. Choose wisely. If this message resonates with you and you feel moved to support, consider giving a super thanks with a gift of $20. Your generosity fuels the creation of more divine messages like this one, and your support is deeply appreciated. Type "I will not" go back in the comments if you understand the warning. Blessing code 000 is now activated over your decisions. This is your instruction. Do not respond in the flesh. Do not let the temptation to defend, explain, or retaliate drag your spirit out of alignment. Archangel Michael did not activate your protection so you could waste energy proving your worth to people who are not anointed to understand you. The gaze he cast upon your life was a seal, not just of shielding, but of strategy. You are no longer to move the way you once moved. You are no longer to fight with words, tone, or emotional rebuttals. Your new level demands a new posture, a sacred stillness, a holy silence, a strategic restraint. Your calm is a command to the chaos around you. Your restraint is the roar that heaven hears. Let your silence be your sanctuary. Let your stillness become your spiritual armor. You were not called to engage every accusation. You were not chosen to correct every lie. Let the noise rise, and let the divine answer it. You are stepping into the kind of favor that doesn't require a defense. When Archangel Michael looked toward you last night, it wasn't just about protection from external forces. It was about protecting you from the part of you that wants to keep explaining, defending, proving, chasing closure. That part must now die. You don't need closure when heaven has opened something bigger. You don't need apologies when the divine has vindicated you. The energy around you is shifting rapidly, and you must not destabilize it by revisiting broken bridges. Let go. Stay anchored. Refrain from revisiting expired attachments. Not everyone can go with you, and not everyone should understand your glow. That confusion is part of their lesson. Let them misunderstand. Let them question. Let them wonder how you're so unbothered. That unbothered posture is not pride, it's prophecy. You finally accepted that your worth doesn't rise or fall based on someone else's perception. You remembered who you are. And more importantly, you've remembered whose you are. Michael's presence is still near. You may feel an unusual warmth at night, a sense of alertness when you try to sleep. That is no accident. That is no coincidence. The angels are stationed. The realm is watching. Your assignment is active, and your reactions must align with your new rank. Don't shrink to match the frequency of the ones trying to provoke you. Stay elevated. Stay rooted. Your peace is a portal. Every time you choose not to engage, not to clap back, not to return bitterness for bitterness, the heavens move. The divine watches. Your favor expands. Your future unlocks. You've entered a realm of divine refinement, and part of that refinement is mastering your reactions. Think of the times before, when you wasted weeks nursing wounds that came from trying to fix what was meant to fall apart. This time, you're not doing that. This time, you're letting go without fanfare. This time, you're choosing divine direction over emotional detours. Archangel Michael didn't protect you so you could go back and relive what hurt you. He protected you so you could walk forward with clarity, unshaken, unbothered, undisturbed. There is a power in your pause. There is healing in your hush. There is breakthrough in your boundaries. Hold them tight. Guard your mind. Cover your atmosphere. Speak softly to yourself. Encourage your spirit. You are not walking alone. You are being shielded by unseen hands. And every ounce of energy you choose not to waste becomes fuel for your elevation. This is not avoidance. This is awareness. You are aware now. And awareness bursts authority. You are protected. You are prepared. You are positioned. Walk with that knowledge. Let your light stay steady, your mind stay clear, and your spirit stay sealed. Archangel Michael has not left your side, and he will not. You are safe. Now, stay still. Type "my stillness is my sword" in the comments if you're aligned with this revelation. Blessing code 5656 is cloaking your peace. You are no longer who they thought you were, and that is the shift they cannot comprehend. When Archangel Michael looked toward you last night, he did not see the version of you who once begged for validation, who once compromised to feel included, who once dimmed their voice so others wouldn't feel small. He saw the version of you heaven designed before the foundation of time. He saw the leader. He saw the intercessor. He saw the gatekeeper of legacy, the one chosen to break generational cycles and activate generational blessings. You have outgrown your former image, and now, the world is being forced to adjust. They will try to bring up the old you. They will attempt to trap you in outdated memories and expired mistakes. But those no longer define you. You don't live there anymore. Your mind has shifted. Your atmosphere has shifted. Your access has shifted. The elevation you're walking into is making the enemy nervous, because you stopped explaining yourself. You stopped performing for approval. You stopped aligning your worth with temporary applause. You stepped into your divine identity. And once that door opens, it never closes again. The version of you they miss is gone, and what has emerged in its place is glory-infused, truth-anchored, and divinely backed. Your power no longer lies in reaction. It lies in recognition. Recognition of who you are, what you carry, and what you refuse to tolerate. This empowerment is not loud, but it is undeniable. It is not boastful, but it is unbreakable. They feel it when you walk into a room. They sense it when you speak with calm instead of chaos. You carry the weight of someone who has seen pain, survived storms, and still chose to stay soft-hearted but unshakable. And now, heaven is echoing the truth your soul has always whispered. You were not made to blend in. You were born to stand out. Let them say what they want. Let them whisper. Let them question your glow. Their confusion is not your crisis. Their resistance is not your responsibility. You are not called to be understood. You are called to be obeyed by heaven's voice. You are walking in prophecy now. Every step is being tracked by the divine. Every breath you take is pushing back realms of darkness. Your life is no longer just a personal journey. It is a prophetic signal. Your empowerment is intimidating because it's not rooted in ego. It's rooted in alignment. You've been refined in secret. And now the unveiling begins. They thought you disappeared, but you were being hidden. They assumed you gave up, but you were gathering strength. They imagined your silence was surrender, but you were studying, healing, growing, ascending. And now you rise. Not in arrogance, not in vengeance. You rise in purpose. You rise with peace. You rise with light that blinds every lie that tried to bury your brilliance. You rise not just for yourself, but for those assigned to your voice, your story, your truth. The ones who need your rising to believe in their own. This is your turning point. You are not behind. You are right on time. You are walking into the manifestation of what was declared over your bloodline generations ago. Archangel Michael's gaze has aligned the moment. The heavens are attentive. The earth is shifting. The veil has lifted. This is the hour. Rise fully. Rise loudly. Rise fearlessly. They cannot touch what God has sealed. They cannot block what heaven has released. You are no longer just hoping for the shift. You are the shift. If this divine message resonates with your soul and you found value in this space, consider giving a super thanks of $10. Your support allows us to continue speaking truth, light, and prophecy into lives around the world. Thank you for helping carry this light forward. Type I rise by divine decree in the comments if you're ready for full empowerment. Blessing code 9999 is now flooding your elevation. There is a quiet unraveling taking place behind the veil. What was once entangled in confusion is now being gently untied by divine hands. And though you can't see all the threads being pulled, you can feel the loosening, can't you? That subtle sense that the tension is giving way, that the opposition is weakening, that something holy is inching its way toward your present. That's not your imagination, that's confirmation. You've entered a space where the spiritual realm is resolving what the natural realm cannot comprehend. The final layers of resistance are breaking. The last barriers are trembling. Because heaven has decided it is time. You've cried. You've fasted. You've waited in silence while watching others rise. You've watched doors open for others while your name remained buried in the shadows. But the delay was never denial. It was development. And now, the prophetic shift hath been activated. What Archangel Michael released over you was not just protection. It was clearance. A divine yes. A heavenly green light. An intercession from the highest throne that says, go now. Become now. Walk now. And with that release comes a promise. What is for you will arrive on schedule. What is yours cannot be stolen. What hath been written will be fulfilled. There is someone, somewhere, who will soon come forward, not by your force, not through your pressure, but by divine conviction. They will confess. They will reveal truth. Not because you demanded it, but because your atmosphere has been commanded to usher in justice. Michael is not just the protector of light. He is the revealer of hidden motives. And the light you now carry is drawing out everything in secret. Expect sudden understanding. Expect confirmation through strange means, because heaven will use the unusual to bring undeniable resolution. Your elevation is not just about vindication, it's about restoration. The peace you lost is returning. The time you mourned is being redeemed. And more than that, your voice is being amplified in realms you didn't even know were listening. Divine favor has begun to form in your atmosphere, swirling like a mighty wind, carrying your name into the hearts of those assigned to your next season. The right connections, the right open doors, the right partnerships, not random, righteous, not forced, favored. You are walking into divine orchestration where every step has been pre-written in fire and grace. What you are about to experience will feel surreal, like a dream, like a vision you held quietly in your heart suddenly showing up in your hands. This is not the result of striving. This is the reward of surrender. You obeyed when it was hard. You stayed still when it was tempting to speak. You held your light when the room wanted your darkness. And now, heaven says, it is time. This is your prophetic transformation. You are stepping into it with clarity, confidence, and divine protection. Archangel Michael is not only watching, he is marching ahead of you. Every false word is falling flat. Every counterfeit connection is crumbling. Every unholy alliance is being severed by divine order. What remains is holy. What remains is strong. What remains is your true inheritance, and no one can steal it. The season of spiritual misalignment is over. You passed the test, and the elevation has begun. Not a gentle rise, but a sudden one. Swift. Secure. You are the fulfillment of what they didn't see coming. You are the divine contradiction to their expectations. Let the world adjust to the new you. Let the atmosphere bend around your glow. Let every old label burn in the fire of your becoming. You are not just healed, you are holy. You are not just wiser, you are weaponized in spirit. And nothing sent to sabotage this shift will survive its entrance. Type "My victory" is written in the comments if you receive this transformation. Blessing code 3141 is circling your path forward. Now is the time to act. Not in haste, not in panic, but in holy boldness. You have heard the message. You have felt the fire rise in your bones. You have witnessed the unfolding of this divine alignment within your soul. You are not confused. You are being called. And this call demands a response. Prophecy has stirred around you like a whirlwind. It has shaken loose the lies, unmasked the hidden motives, and carved a pathway where there once was only fog. But prophecy without participation is powerless. You must move now. You must declare now. You must align your voice with heaven's decree. There are windows opening over your life that were sealed for years. Not because you weren't worthy, but because you weren't ready. But you are ready now. The gaze of Archangel Michael didn't just signal your protection. It announced your readiness. It was heaven's way of saying, you've passed through the fire. You've been purified in silence. You've been trained through pain. Now it's time to step forward. Now it's time to agree out loud with what heaven has whispered over you in private. This is not a passive moment. This is a spiritual summons. And every second that passes, your alignment becomes more essential. Say it out loud. I agree with heaven. Write it. Type it. Declare it in your atmosphere. Because your words have weight in this hour. Your voice is a weapon. Your agreement is an act of spiritual war. You are not simply watching a transformation. You are commanding it. When you speak what God has spoken, the earth must respond. Your home will feel it. Your relationships will feel it. Your body will feel it. Energy will move, and doors will swing open. Because obedience activates alignment. And alignment opens the portal to everything your soul has longed for. Do not hesitate. Do not second-guess this divine moment. You may be surrounded by people who don't understand your urgency, but that's because they haven't heard the sound you've heard. Heaven has spoken your name. The realm of spirit is leaning toward you. The angels are recording your response. This is your moment to rise, not just in silence, but in declaration. Let the world know, I belong to the light. I move by divine instruction. I am not who I was. Every time you declare, you dismantle a lie. Every time you affirm, you burn a bridge to your past. Every time you type that phrase, that agreement, that affirmation, you're not just participating in a comment section. You're writing your spirit into divine history. You're standing where heaven can see you. You're showing up fully, fearlessly, prophetically. You may feel unqualified. You may feel hesitant. But hear this, boldness is not the absence of fear, it's the presence of faith. And your faith is what stirs the realm. Archangel Michael's presence is not only near you, it is activated through your movement. He responds to obedience. He surrounds those who step into purpose. You've been hiding long enough. You've been hoping long enough. Now it's time to declare. Speak now. Move now. Post your faith in the open. Let the angels echo your agreement back into the spiritual ether. When you say it, when you type it, you are not just releasing words. You are sending a spiritual frequency into heaven's courts that says, I'm ready. And heaven will answer that cry with acceleration. Type I agree with heaven in the comments if this call to action is alive in your spirit. Lesson Code 2024 is unlocking accelerated alignment in your life. Now that you have heard, now that your spirit has opened, now that your heart has caught up with your calling, walk in it. Let the residue of fear fall away. Let every old identity, every outdated label, every false accusation melt in the blaze of this truth. You are not the same. You have been marked by heaven. You have been seen by the highest throne. You have been recognized by the realm of angels, and the earth is about to reflect what was already declared in spirit. You are not a victim. You are the revelation. You are not waiting on a move of God. You are the move of God. You are not seeking approval. You are walking in divine assignment. The people who dismissed you will now have to watch you rise. The ones who mocked your silence will be stunned by your success. But you will not gloat. You will not retaliate. You will rise in grace. Because this isn't about revenge. This is about revealing. Revealing who you really are. Revealing what you were made for. Revealing what heaven knew when it sent you into the earth. You are not just light in human form. You are clarity walking. You are healing in motion. You are prophecy fulfilled. And as you walk forward from this moment, know this: the gaze of Archangel Michael was never random. It was a reminder of the warrior you've always been, even when the world saw weakness. A reminder that your steps are sacred, even when they felt stagnant. A reminder that your voice carries sound waves that shake atmospheres, even when it trembled in private. Let this be the hour you stop questioning if you're enough. Let this be the night you silence the inner critic once and for all. You suffered enough to know how to stand. You've been tested enough to know what's true. And now, you know this. You were chosen. Chosen to endure. Chosen to see. Chosen to break through. Chosen to hold the sword of peace while standing in the middle of spiritual war. And you held it well. Archangel Michael honors your quiet endurance. Heaven applauds your silent obedience. And now, heaven rewards your readiness. You will not return to confusion. You will not shrink to fit places you've outgrown. You will not apologize for outpacing what once trapped you. There is no shame in rising. There is no guilt in glowing. Walk into your future with a spine of steel and a heart of compassion. Move forward with eyes open and spirit aligned. You are not chasing light. You are carrying it. You are not waiting for breakthrough. You are breathing it. You are the shift your bloodline needed. You are the answer someone prayed for. You are the light someone needs to see. So keep going. Keep walking. Keep glowing. Don't look back. Don't dim down. Don't apologize for the favor forming around you. This is your moment. This is your affirmation. Let it root deeply in you. You are not lost. You are not late. You are not broken. You are whole. You are on time. You are becoming. Let the whispers fall to dust. Let the slander fade into echoes. Let the lies dry up at the feet of your truth. You are no longer concerned with convincing those who doubted you. Let them watch. Let them wonder. Let them witness. And as they do, remember this: your glow is not accidental. It is inherited. Your steps are not random. They are righteous. Your rise is not revenge. It is revelation. If this entire journey has spoken to your soul and you wish to sow back into the space that lifted you, consider supporting with a super chat, super thanks, or membership. Even a gift of $10 helps us keep this divine work flowing. Your generosity is deeply appreciated and fuels the mission. Type "I am the revelation" in the comments if you're walking forward without apology. Blessing code 1212 is now sealed over your path.